I'm going to go into the emotional wisdom. And the way the Tao look at emotional is how we experience different kind of emotional from the people around us. And the activate we call the insight organ started to be fighting each other. Okay, and that is a very clear cut now that emotional cause sickness, and we know now a lot of more and more pointed to the cancer, more and more, and a lot of people that have cancer now they pointed to the emotional causing it. And especially when they have cancer, they cannot change their emotional feeling the cancer. Now cancer is, we call abnormal cells, or we call handicapped cells. That means they cannot function. So they list them as handicapped, so they don't do anything. And all they do is eat and don't do anything. That's what they do. But once they've been stimulated by certain kind of energy, so we know now the biggest one is the emotional. Okay? Now we have food. Now we have chemical. And we have so many things that stimulate and change the inside condition. And it's like stimulate the handicapped cell turn into be, they want to do something. And when they want to do something, they have the major part, because every cells they're communicating with what use violet light, ultraviolet light, to communicating each other. There's a lot of violet light, that inside us, because every cells and every DNA, they have the ultraviolet light right on the DNA. So there's a lot of tremendous violet light, and this ultraviolet is a communication between cell to cells and between the cells to the brain. Okay, they are communicating together in the violet light. And they discovered that which, so all the DNA, and they're very similar with the 64 code of DNA. And it's very connecting to the 64 trigram. That's what we are learning, the trigram. The can lý chân tùy, kun cans. So they double them out into the 64. So they're very similar, and the thing, now if this, anything wrong, falsification of this signal mean the violet light, okay? If the violet light turn off, they turn themselves into the cancer cell. Before that, they're only a handicapped cell, not yet to a potential cancer cell. But now we make them to a cancer cell, a potential cancer cell, because they cannot communicating with anybody. So they're on their own, and they have no direction to do. And when they want to do something, they think they want to do it, they just do it. So they have no order, no plan, no whole body plan. So when anything wrong with this biosignal, ultra and biosignal, they cannot communication together. So they turn to cancer cell. And they gradually try to put off every the other cell while they like. So that's very dangerous. Because they only a few cancer cells turn it off. And they become a gangs. It's simple because they is our own cells turn into handicapped cells. Now, and they are become a gangster because our body been programmed. You cannot kill your own brother and sister. So the program never change. And it never change. For thousands and thousands and thousands of years, we never change it. Now, when the heart, and now we know more now, love, joy, happy, appreciation, gratefulness, thankfulness is a major important. And the cardiac cycle is very simple, down to earth. And it works that way. It works that way, okay? So very simple, we say the water distinguish the fire. And it make because the fire children is the earth. But the earth have the ability to counteract or block the water. So I say water, earth can block the water. But since the water children is wood, and the wood can control the earth or collusion the earth. So they are fighting. So now we have 4 pairs are fighting. Okay? So each one fight each one. And now when the wood are control or corrupting the earth children is metal. Metal can cut the wood. So now all 5 pair of organs are in a fighting situation. Okay, you fight me, I fight you. In the Tao, we believe that if we cannot understand and make the organ not fight, now we have big trouble. Okay, all kind of sickness, all kind of any sickness, all come from this. Because organs fighting each other, they destroy each other. And the first thing, all these 5 major organs, okay, is a training camp. A very special army training camp. So when they're fighting each other, they have no way to train their army. So all the special fighting force will get a big trouble. We already go to this, and we call creating a cycle. Okay? So they're born when we are born. All the organs work as a team. We call creating a cycle. I creating you, grow you, educating you. Now you grow up. Now you can give birth to the other one and grow the other one. So each one in a growing and creating cycle. Now they're helping each other. Okay? And we know now very clear, many medicine, not say every medicine, but a lot of medicine we have now is if you take one medicine to cure one organ, for example, a liver. Now the doctor will have to mandatory now tell you, hey, this medicine will give you a very bad side effect in your digestion, nausea, dizziness, and all kind of problem, because it's a side effect. So what is the side effect? We actually make this organ to fight with the other organ by itself. It's a side effect, because You try to suppress, try to kill me, try to do something on me, and I have to fight. So organs are fighting each other. Okay? And to one level, nothing left inside us. And finally, we know that they try all the expensive medicine in this world, and it's not going to work. And finally, that's it, finished. Okay, you have all kinds of the best medicine in the world, but it don't work. And now, the West started to understand that, hey, the best thing is our own body defense system. But how can we make them not work well? And too simple. Make them don't fight each other. And strengthening them, and they become a very, very strong training camp. Because the army come out, they don't have anything. They're just simple army or special army, but they don't have what we have. And that means what we've been exposed into, what kind of bacteria or even virus. Okay, but those training camp, they have the program. Okay, they have the program, and oftentimes now they very emphasize that when the first milk, when the baby born, and the first milk that the mother feed to the children is a clear milk. And they discover that, oh my God, that clear milk contains tremendous antibiotic program. There's a whole program in there. And when they have it in, they have a program. And this program go in and store in all the training camp. And the body, when the white blood cell come, or the special fighting force come, they insert a program. That's all. All they need is they go to training camp, they insert a program. Now they have a program. And they know that what we've been exposed to. And they immediately can producing a chemical to kill them. So that we call the antibody. Okay, so B lymphocyte, T lymphocyte, helper cell, suppressor cell, killer cell, that's all very special fighting force. And they have many programs, providing we don't killing each other. Definitely, when they're in war, the first thing we will do, destroy the food supply. Second thing, destroy the ammunition and the training camp, that's it. Okay, you destroy them. And when we are, so the Tao describes very simple. One, we cannot make the organ out of conflict. And no matter how you change the mind, okay, though program of conflict that is inside the organ cannot be dissolved. A simple dialect them, they know it, they don't want to fight, but now we become enemy. You fight me, I fight you. If you destroy me, I have to destroy you back. I cannot stop. So keep on destroying each other, and finally we are finished. So a simple path to dissolve that is your own internal war. Your own internal war. Okay. So the emotional that we have is a major problem that we in the organs. So transform excess negative energy into the positive energy. Okay. So it's another part is that make them not fighting first, make them no conflict first. So in this fusion formula, we use the earth in the center, and we use the Pakua the energy mandala. Okay? And the Pakua in the center. The Pakua in the center. And this is one of the perfect energy mandala, a sacred geometry that been perfect, at least written down more than 6,000 years. It's already perfect. Okay? And the perfect part is that so many people practicing it. Okay? And they see the power of it. Is that right? It time put that, and this is a big population. Okay? Throughout the history, many Tao master Chinese practicing it. And it's widely used in every single Chinese art. So what I mean, that's already time tested and perfect and been used and tested that it works. That is and most and very, very widely used. You think that it should be something inside there? You think so? They're not something there. They're already gone. Now the human way, if this don't work, take it out. It don't work, get out. Simple. Okay. So that is why a confidence and belief. The whole religion is he have to make you believe. So if I can make 10 people tell you this is real, 100,000 people tell you this is real, 1 million people telling you this is real, are you believe that? Yes. And that's a make believe. But in a doesn't make believe, but it's a practice, and you explain that, hey, this is real. Okay? This is real. I experience it, I feel it, I experience it. This is real. So, like I give you a sample of cauldron, a stove. It's a metaphor, but it's real. It's close to something that is real. Okay? So, below the navel, more closer to the spine, a space. In the Tao belief that you have it from the day conception bang. And when it become 8 embryonic stem cells, it's coming down and stick on it, on the placenta. And that's the navel, and behind the navel, a little bit low, and that is where the original force store, and it grow up. It grow up. So in the Tao discover that if I can focus the area, I can really easily getting energy. It's how you're going to be gathering the energy and put them in the right space. And that is the pot, the stove, the cauldron, the tank, the container. Okay? How important they are. That is the major key. If you get the right space for the right job. So every container, if you're in the lab, every container, if you do the wrong container, you get a big trouble. Because every container are very specialized for something. Okay, you cannot say, oh, I can go in and do whatever I want, boom, you're going to expose something. Because you put on the wrong container. Okay? So that's why the space, the place, where you can capture the energy, where you can store the energy. Okay? So that's why every container, you cannot use it wrong. If this one can put acid, and this one can put alkali, then you put the wrong way, it's going to melting there. Okay, so container you cannot do. So that's why you are learning this, the sacred practice is the space. Okay, so the first step is the Pakua. It's a mandala. It's the energy center. It's a refinery pattern. It's a filtering and refining center. So when all these things, energy come in, we say energy come in is quite raw. The food come into us is quite raw, and we cannot do it, right? If the food not come to the mouth chew, not come to the stomach digest, not go to the small intestine, continue digest them until a nano state, and now we can use it. So the Pakua in the beginning is served as that kind of thing. Filtering, refining, change the energy. That is what this energetic mandala are working. As I told you that, hey, there are so many symbols in every religion, every culture in this world. But this is one of the mandala time tested. Many thousand years. And many million to 100 million people using it. I don't think that is a small number, right? And if you say the Chinese people can claim that, hey, we have so many million people working on it. The whole key, you believe it. And you do it right, and you make it happen. And that is the key. And now it's yours. Okay? So when we take in raw energy and you put it into the system, what happens? So a lot of people now that come to me is energy indigestion. You know that? What that means, energy indigestion. You eat something and the stomach don't digest, and what are you going to do with those food? Is that good? We have the intestine to try to push them out. They don't digest. Okay? So you become energy indigestion. Now when you work with the energetic energy, and it coming in, you don't digest them. You don't absorb them. And you don't combustion into energy. What are you going to do with this energy indigestion? It's stuck into your system. It's blocking all the channel, and you're going to get big trouble. If you go in to look at, now they have many videos, talk about the digestion and absorption. Oh my God, it's a big process. And everybody in the whole body are so busy. When a digestion time, all the blood, everything, so you see digestion come, the blood have to count, the heart to pump, liver have to do the work, gallbladder have to do the work, spleen, pancreas have to do the work, stomach have to do the work, and you do so many things, so many guys have to do the job. You see the point? In order just to digest the food, in order to make the food we can absorbable. Because our cell too small and the food too big. He cannot go in until you digest it. So the Pakua mandala is doing the job. You're feeling it, you're spinning it, you're feeling it, you're spinning it. Now the Pakua started to do something. And from the beginning I proved to you, hey, this is the DNA of the universe. This is the DNA of the universe, okay? And this DNA is the one that a pattern that is going to work for you, okay? So so now the next part, if you believe organ store recording down experience and can respond to negative emotional. And this is what they discover, and they never do further on more about that. And but the Tao already perfect that thought, that organs store emotional. Okay, so this is what the West discovered quite a long time, and this is the discover more and more about this, and all the book also talk about this brain. Okay, so this brain, it can record experiences and respond to emotional. So that is very important. The West discovered that by scientists proved it. Hey, all the digestive tract, that's big organ, right? You take the digestive tract out, it's a lot of organ out. you take the teeth, the esophagus, the salivary gland, the stomach, the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas, the spleen, the stomach, the duodenum, the small intestine, large intestine. What do you laugh? What do you laugh? Not much left. Not much left inside the body. Okay. So you're moving to the Tien, not the brain, and the Qi. Okay. And also serve as a storing energy. It can store energy. Okay. And the heart brain, that is discovered the same is the heart brain, and that is what they discovered the heart code. Actually, it's a memory, and the heart can think, and it can store information. Okay.